PhD man-child, and I haven't done any content on alcohol lately, even though I have not been drinking a lot per se. I do like to talk about it. Now, there's this is what I want to do. 5 types of drinks to avoid if you wish to increase your drinking palate and learn more about drinking, savouring and enjoying liquor, alcohol, drinks. I know a lot of people who come to this channel are more into my spastic antics, my reviews. They follow me because I'm the Makana man in another world. Here I am a crazy Che Guevara bearded fat fuck. Though 5 things to avoid, which is into some sort of list. The first one, your main labelled alcohols. The things that you see that's mostly advertised, it's the first things that you walk into your bottle shop or any shop, and the number 1 most selling popular alcohol in the world, Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker is a blended Scotch whisky from Scotland. Now you're thinking that you want to be sophisticated, you want to sample whiskies, you want to, swirl them in a tumbler, sip them and enjoy them in the winter, or some ice cubes in the summer. By itself, drinking straight or slightly chilled, it has got this revolting, chemical, disgusting taste. It's fucked. I would not piss in it. If you would like an alternative that's a lot better and of a similar price, be prepared to probably pay several to $10 more. Single malt Scotch whiskies, 12 years. Have a look around, sample. If there's any chance to sample, you go to a bar and you're not too sure what to drink, see what sort of cheaper, lower level blends, but mostly single malts they have, and ask for a shot. Sample it, nip it, enjoy it. Drink it slowly. Don't shoot it like some sort of frat boy fuckwit. Get to know the taste. See what you can identify or what you can taste. At first, you might pick out 1 or 2 ingredients, but over time, you just experience it. Have some friends to go on the same journey with you and discuss what you're experiencing. This is better than drinking chemicalized shit. Glen Grant is something that comes to mind. I remember it's about $42 a bottle. That stuff is beautiful. It's mellow. It's fantastic. Number 2, vodkas. Vodka is very straightforward. The finer the vodka, the smaller the cut when they do a batch. So it's got a less chemical, disgusting taste and more of it focuses more of the experience of the texture and the burn as you're drinking it. A really good vodka or something similar from the Baltic or Eastern Europe would have not much of a taste, but when you drink it, it has a burning and exploding sensation around your sternum, and it's not so much hard to drink that it burns your throat and it's like it's more that it gives you an interesting experience and burning sensation that comes as somewhat pleasurable after you've experienced your first few shots. After you've experienced your first few shots as a virgin at drinking. So what I recommend are Smirnoff, or very, very cheap under $40 vodkas. I would fucking avoid, not as mixers, because it's got that terrible chemically taste, and because it's got a lot of impurities, when you drink a lot of it, and you go on a fucking bender, when you wake up, you'll get a revolting hangover. If you want to look at something that's interesting, may not have the best taste, but it's a very good experience. A Russian Standard Grey Goose has a very clean taste. That's good for mixing. I'm not an expert on vodkas, but it's something you probably want to review or search for types of vodkas that people recommend on review sites or alcohol comparison sites. But Smirnoff and your very cheap stuff, your bottom shelf stuff, disgusting. Out of interest, if you want to do some Google research and learn about alcohol, learn how, or research Google, learn how vodkas are made, distilled, the process, and it actually explains to you how they do the cut and what's the difference between a fine vodka and a fucking revolting, terrible, cheap vodka. 3. Rums. Now, it's very rare that you can go wrong with rum. There is about 1,000 type of rums, white rums, dark rums, spiced rums, which is my personal favourite. There's a ton of rums I like. Rum is my thing. It's fucking summer drink, little ice, mixes. I don't mix them much, but straight, oh, fucking delicious. Bundaberg from Australia. The reason why I wanted to start this list, I had a birthday recently, and I was going through my alcohol cabinet, and I was going to bring something that was a premix. And I have these big bottles at about 750ml soft drink mixed with alcohol, and I bought a few of them because they're normally 3 for $20. And I had a Bundaberg one at the very bottom of the drawer, so I've run out because I don't buy them anymore. So I took it to the party, and it had a terrible, chemically disgusting taste that it just offset and made the Coke disgusting. I mean, when you're drinking soft drink and it's just sweet, sugary, sticky thing, and you add alcohol and it just ruins the taste of the soft drink, it's not even worth ruining the soft drink. It's an alcohol, you should not buy it. And Bundaberg, regardless of what label it is just a poor example of a rum. Now, I'm an Australian nationalist. I believe in the whole buy Australian, blah, 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 but they make a terrible and disgusting alcohol. They should fuck off. Alcohols or rums out there that I recommend, and there's just a whole world to explore and try. You can almost try anything and just have a pretty good experience. Normally, order it with ice. Let it sit and mellow for a while, and it opens the flavour. And at first it's a bit nippy, a bit sharp, a bit ouchy on the throat, and later on it gets a bit smoother and it opens up things like if there's extra nuts or spices or flavouring to it. And it's just a fun experience. The 2 I have to recommend, Sailor Jerry, a United States one. It is a beautiful spiced rum, and it's excellent with a little ice in it, and it opens up. And Kraken, a really, really dark, peppery banana rum. One of my most favourites. It is glorious. I recommend, without even trying it, buy a bottle and enjoy it. Definitely drink it straight. I would not mix it with anything. Just a night cube and nip it away. You can definitely go on the bender on it easily. You can drink it straight out of the bottle. No temper control, no water, no ice. But with ice, it is wonderful. Now, I think I've covered 3 things. The 4th one, beers. Now, in my country, we have a series of national, very popular beers on tap that is advertised and seen everywhere. It's stout or lager beers, and they're all virtually taste the same. We've got our Victorian Bitter, Carlton Draft, Crown Lager, all of that. They're very boring. They're very malty. They're very strong in flavour, and they just taste of bitter, foam, and a heavy body of water. It's not very interesting. Once it starts warming up, it tastes revolting. You can't really stomach to drink anymore. It feels heavy in your stomach. If you drink too much, you feel sickly. It's a revolting beer. There is so many local, national beers, people who homebrew beers, small batch made beers, craft beers. There is just such a massive world of beers. So many beers out there. Some, when I've been experimenting with German, Belgium, dark Guinness style beers, you would go out, you'd buy a few bottles, they're refrigerated, they go outside for half an hour, you're drinking it, and as it warms up, it doesn't become sickly, thick and disgusting. It's still enjoyable to drink. I've heard some people in Europe say if your beer is not worth drinking when it's warm, you shouldn't drink it at all, even as cold. And these beers, even though they warmed up, some of these German, Belgium, Italian and dark beers, they were still drinkable when it was warm. So I had it in my hand. There's a big bottle, 750 milliliter. I was drinking it at a park before I was going to start a LARP thing, sitting there in costume, smashing it away in this champagne-esque bottle. Cost me about $10-12. It was a high alcohol percentage. It got me tipsy on one bottle, and it was beautiful. It was delicious. It just had a really nice body and mild taste. It did not have such a strong taste as these other beers. It was milder. It was nice. It wasn't sweet, but it was more enjoyable. There was things to experience from it before the alcohol hits you. It's not all about drinking this thing that just tastes like shit and wait until a buzz takes hold of you. There's ways of enjoying it and savouring it and enjoying the process of the flavour before you get absolutely cunt-eyed. So beers, every time you go to a bar or you go to a pub or a club or whatever, and beers are going around and you're drinking, and you notice there's about 100 different bottles and about 20 things on tap, see what your friends are drinking. If it's something you've never seen before, ask them, what is it, what does it taste like? Ales, pilsners, including ciders, which apple and pear ciders and all that can be a lot sweeter if you're a woman out there, or you like sweeter things, or just beer is definitely not your thing. Ciders could be. It's something worth checking out. Flavoured ciders, avoid. They're just way too sugary, way too sweet, and they just change the flavour of the natural brew with something that's artificially sugary and flavoured. But see what people are drinking. Ask them what's the appeal of it. Order it for yourself. Try it in a small pot or something. Try a few things, and when you found something you like that night, order it in larger volumes and enjoy it. If you have a chance of doing an Oktoberfest or a German beer hall or a Belgian beer hall type thing where it's a micro brew place, get some friends together and try it out. It's actually a lot of fun. I've thoroughly enjoyed every time I've done something like that. And they normally have their own small microbrew things, and when you walk into the place, there's about 1 billion beers that you've never experienced before. And you may come across things, and it might be banana flavoured or coffee flavoured, where the brewing process involves actual natural ingredients to flavour the beer. Don't think it's some artificial shit. Give it a go. It might be pretty good. I'm actually fond of banana flavouring beers. And our last one, the biggest mistake, particularly with the ladies, is that you don't like alcohol at all. You've probably tried some really shit beer or really shit spirits, and you go, fuck all alcohol, and you go on the vodka cruises or the sweet spirit mixes. These small bottles, brightly coloured, looks appealing to children, and it's normally a near tasteless vodka with a super, super, super sweet soft drink, be it raspberry or blueberry or cola or whatever. And it's just so sweet and sugary, it's like drinking Coke. You can't taste the alcohol, and you can slowly get cunt-eyed that way at a maximum price. And even though it is very easy to enter, it's very sweet and it's easy to drink, it sort of robs your wallet and your opportunity to sample other things that might be good that you never know that is good. If there's ever an opportunity to sample and try, always take it up, as long as it's not going to affect you that you got work tomorrow, or you're working then, or you need to drive. If there's an opportunity to sample. There's a massive world of piss out there, and it's worth exploring. I've got this goal of just trying to sample and try as much shit as I can out there. And a part of the thing I want to do with this channel was, of all different alcohol experience, I want to talk about my experience with it, without being an absolute fucking knob dickhead, really advanced connoisseur, where you've sort of had to been drinking wine for 20 years to know what the fuck this guy's talking about. So I'm just a dude, normal guy like you guys, and I used to drink all the same bullshit when I was quite young, 18, 21, 22, 23, whatever I come across. And the bonus one, I was going to talk about this one, but instead I went into beers, because we've done the 5, tequilas. Now, people get tequilas, and it's Mexican tradition of getting this super strong, stupid, disgusting shot of this disgusting shit, and you lick some salt, you squeeze a lemon, you take a shot, and you go, that is known as artificial sugarcane cheap tequila. It is nasty. It's not even the shit they drink in Mexico. Mexican proper tequila is quite enjoyable. It's a different experience. It's not for everyone. There's a big world of tequila out there, and they use a particular plant life in Mexico that grows there to produce it. It's a long brew time. They sometimes have little worms and scorpions in there. Do a little research into tequila. Tequilas can get very expensive to get into. You're looking 50, 60 Australian dollars to enter. There's brands called 1800 and Scorpion. If you ever have a chance that a friend has a bottle, or you're at a bar and they've got 1800 or a proper tequila, give it a go. Throw the lemon out, throw the salt out, fuck the margarita, try a shot of decent tequila. It is something that's worth experiencing. I'm very fond of it. I haven't drunk tequila for a long time, but I've got a beautiful bottle of Scorpion on the fridge. I've shared a bottle with 1800 with a friend a long time ago. It's just worth something experiencing once, and the next time someone brings, supermarket bought $40 of Sombrero shitty sugarcane tequila and going like, yeah, let's share this around, and it's got a little plastic sombrero on it, you can go like, fuck that shit's disgusting, let's get some real tequila. Peace the fuck out. I hope this video might have got you out of buying 1,000 bottles of Jim Beam every day and destroying your liver over it. Maybe you can be destroying your health over something more sophisticated where people can sort of respect that you are adventurous. It doesn't do much to improve your shit life, but at least it can sort of show that you have got some sort of form of maturity or a taste or a sophistication or a noir of being a wanker with justification. Peace the fuck out. This is the PhD Manchild. I hope you have enjoyed this video, you cunts. Peace out.